Hi everyone, and welcome to Learn Languages with Nina. My name is Nina, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and about the program. I've been teaching languages for 25 years. I teach English as a second language, French, and Spanish. I love teaching languages, and I also love learning languages. I also love to cook. So in this program, you're going to learn some recipes, you're going to learn about culture, geography, and a lot more. And of course, in the meantime, you're going to be learning and practicing your English. And to help you learn English, I have developed resources to go with each episode. And if you go to my website, learnlanguageswithnina.com, you will find a PDF that contains grammar explanations, vocabulary lists, and a lot of different activities for you to do while you're watching the episode. I'm American from the United States and French, but my ancestors were Irish, Russian, and Ukrainian. I'm actually going to show you a picture of my parents because they've been a very big influence in my life. My father was American, but from Irish descent, and you can notice this in the photograph. And my mother was French, but from Ukrainian and Russian descent. My parents communicated in both English and French, but they also spoke some Turkish and Spanish. So it's easy to see how I became interested in languages. My mom was also an excellent cook, and she taught me a lot about cooking. I was born in France, but during that time, my parents were living in Turkey, in the city of Istanbul. So at the age of 5 days old, they put me in a car and we drove from Paris to Istanbul. And that's how my life, full of travels, began. So when I was a baby, I lived in Turkey, a country that's located in both Asia and Europe. After that, I lived in the US, where I grew up. When I was a teenager, I went to live and study in France. I began my professional career teaching in South Africa and lived between Johannesburg and Pretoria. I then lived in Singapore, which is an island and city-state located in Southeast Asia at the tip of the Malaysian Peninsula. After that, I lived in Russia, in the beautiful capital city, Moscow. Then I lived in England, in Windsor, which is a small town to the west of London, where the famous Windsor Castle is. The castle was actually only a few blocks from my house, and here is a photo I took from my window. What a beautiful sky. I'm currently living back in the States, in Michigan, and anyone who's telling you about where they're from and they're from Michigan will show you their hand, because Michigan resembles a hand. As you can see, with the Great Lakes surrounding Michigan, it really looks like a hand or a mitten. So this is where I'm from, just to the west of Detroit, which is also called the Motor City or Motown, which I will be talking about in another episode. I'm really looking forward to sharing some recipes with you, some cultural lessons, as well as English lessons. Thanks a lot, and see you next time.